think I'll go right this time. Just for a change. Well, good afternoon, folks. It's Paul here from Biking Life. How are you all? It has been a while. Look, I made a video yesterday which I was going to upload. I've made it. It's there waiting. But the story behind it was, I've got bloody rain splattering everywhere. There's a bit of a mist about at the moment. But the story behind it was, I've had my summer screen on for a week or two, and just thought for a change, have it on. But by God, it was bloody cold. And anyway, yesterday I decided to make a vlog, which I've made, and I spoke non-stop for 20 minutes, you know, with hardly a pause at all. But I was quite impressed with myself being able to gob that long, but you know I can gob anyway. So anyway, I've used my video editing program to upload it, to make it, and then I don't bloody. But because of the actual summer screen that I had on, the wind noise was horrendous. Now you can still hear me speaking okay, don't get me wrong. She's going a different way. Normally I go the A19 way, but I'm going to go the 66 because I'm heading through Redcar and then Saltburn and then home, just for a change, just for something different. Ah, this bloody hell, there's some mud on this road. I'm a granddad, you know, folks. During all this doom and gloom of the lockdowns and everything, I've become a granddad. Little boy, my daughter's had a little boy, they call him Carter. Absolute gorgeous little fella. I'm over the moon, I'm enjoying that, and you may have been wondering where I've been, but you know, I've often said it before that YouTube's never been a priority for me, never will be a priority for me. But you know, I've spent all that time just being at work and then enjoying being a granddad and doing stuff that we, you know, making it a little bit easier during the lockdown for my family. Yeah, yesterday you just couldn't shut me up. I was talking bloody non-stop, yibba yabba yibba yabba. Yeah, I don't know what, but today is a different day, isn't it? I mean, the weather's completely different. I don't know what to talk about, but I thought what I'm going to do, as I said, because I did put that summer screen on and it did make a difference to the actual audio. Although the audio was usable, you could hear the wind noise, and it just got on my nerves. It really did, it really got on my nerves, and if it got on my nerves, it'll definitely get on your nerves. And I thought, no, I'll try and make a different one. But I went out this morning at 6 o'clock to let the dog out, and it was absolutely pouring down and there was a mist everywhere. So I decided to put this bad boy back on, the old winter touring screen, or the touring screen, wherever you want to call it. So I did, I put that back on, and hopefully that'll make a bit of a difference. But normally I can feel a bit of a wind chill with the summer screen on down here at my chin. But today that wind chill's gone, and that's because of this. So it helps in a lot of ways, really. It helps keep the wind off me, and the bad elements, you know, all the rain and stuff like that. It keeps me relatively dry, but it also helps with the audio for these videos of mine. And I've got to start thinking, well, do I want to have good audio, or do I want the wind in my face? And for me, it's about giving you viewing pleasure. Now, it takes 5 minutes to change over the screen from this to the summer one. So if I want to go out for a nice ride, not make a video or anything like that, I'll just put it on and go, and not worry about, you know, the wind noise and stuff like that. It's not going to really affect me that much. Well, it's practically tropical now. We've got a temperature, ambient temperature of 8 degrees, which is good. But by heart, you're sick of this cold wind. You get one day where it's nice, the next day it's blooming raining and windy. And the winds lately, in the last couple of years, have been non-stop. They've been relentless. Never known it to be as windy for so long. Yes, I fancy coming this way just for a change. I was, as I say, the video clip that you'll have seen, or whether you did see it or not is another matter, but you'll have seen that, and it was a bright sunny day. But the one thing that was layering it down was the fact that it was just all dual carriageway. Now yes, this is dual carriageway, but we have stop starts and everything like that, which does make a difference with your audio, because if the wind isn't hitting me, you're getting crystal clear audio, aren't you? Just like now. But the only trouble with this is it's just stop start stop start. Now I've changed the field of view on my camera, the amount of view that you'll be seeing, because although it didn't bother me, I just wanted to see what this was like in this field of view, whether it was any better or whether it just is no good at all. And because the 140 field of view, although it's not the greatest, it's still usable and very good because you've enjoyed it, what I've showed you so far. But it did show a slight bit of my helmet. Now I'm hoping, because I've just dropped the field of view down a little bit, that it takes out the picture or the view of the helmet and you will not see it. I'm interested to see what it's like. I really am. I tell you what though, I am really looking forward to getting back out and doing some riding, because this is just dragging its heels, this lockdown malarkey. It's really getting to me. I just lost all heart in making vlogs, because there's only so much you can make of going backwards and forwards to work. Now I know this is a commute sort of vlog, but still at the same time, you know, it's been a while, so you've had a break from it, and it's nice just to come back and make a video. But I think it is the 29th of March that we are officially allowed to go out, I believe. But I mean, at the same token, should I say, you should be allowed out now on a bike anyway. You're not going, if you're not interacting with anyone, why not? It's not like you're going to mix with people. You're on your own. You're riding a motorbike. You're not causing any grief. And all these do-gooders get on your nerves. I understand where you're coming from, but there's a point of the matter is, you can actually go fishing during all this lockdown with a mate, with a friend. Obviously, as long as you social distance, meaning 2 meters, and how many people will stick to that? So if you can go fishing and spend hours together fishing, why can't a single person go out on his motorbike and be alone and not spread anything to anyone because he's nowhere near anyone? Why can't he do that? You tell me. And I'm sure one of you will have something to say, but I'll come back to you and say, come on, have a good think about it. Right, what I was going to go down to Redcar, wasn't I? Yes, I'm going to make a small detour towards Redcar. Nice just to get out and about. I'm going to have to get myself a new work bag. The one I've just had, well, the zip's been going for a while and I've managed to sort of keep it together, but it's a bit overloaded at the moment, and it's just the zip's gone all together. No good at all. The other day I was heading home and there was one of the roads closed. And because of the road closure, they were doing some gas works. Because of the road closure, it caused through the detour 3 miles of tailbacks, and the tailbacks weren't like flowing, it was just no tails stood still. And I thank the Lord that I was on the bike, because I just went straight through it, you know, didn't even have to stop. And it must have been sickening for the guys that were still sat there. And it added maybe 2 to 3 minutes extra on my journey because of having to do the detour of 3 miles, but at the same time it wasn't too much of an inconvenience for me on this bike, whereas the cars, well, bloody hell, it must have inconvenienced them something terrible, bless them. So yesterday I tried to keep the speed down to an average of 60 probably got up to 65, no more than that, but the wind noise just got too much. And I think it's the bass in the wind noise, that, you know, that bassy noise. It's so blooming annoying. But hopefully it'll be a lot different today, but having put that back on, which is it is a godsend, bless it. I'm glad I've got it. But what I am going to do is get a clear one, because as you probably noticed, this is a bit smoked, a bit, you know, it's got a bit of a dark tint to it, and I don't like it. I don't like the dark tint. I want a clear visor. So I am going to bite the bullet this year and get myself a nice clear visor, which will make the viewing pleasure for you guys a little bit better, because I'll probably spend a lot more time with this winter, what I call the winter one, on, because it creates decent sound quality for us, and that's what we want, decent sound quality. So actually coming this way is a bit of a change of scenery for me, because that's another thing, I'm getting bloody bored of going the same way home. Just fancy something different. I think it's the whole lockdown scenario, the whole not being able to go anywhere. It's just, it's getting on me tits. I need to be able to breathe, to get out the house, to do something. As a human species, we're not meant to be penned up and, you know, caged, like caged blooming animals. That makes you wonder how them animals feel. We're not meant to be like that. We're meant to be out and about and be sociable creatures. Even seeing Redcar and this place, it's better than just seeing the dual carriageway, isn't it? So the wife finishes at 4, so I'm heading down towards Saltburn Way, just to you know, just a different way home. I'm still heading home. It's not like I'm going out my way. This is another way home for me. I tell you what, it's good to be a granddad. I proper love him to bits. I really do. I just can't get enough of him. I see his little face and he just melts me. God, that thing there in front is a bloody eyesore. Dear me. And the other week, other month maybe, a load of the cladding sort of stuff fell off it and blew off. Nearly hit some bugger. What a bloody monstrosity. And a waste of money and all. Do you know, this place used to be a thriving place. It really did. They must have lost thousands upon thousands. God, it's nice just travelling along. You know, not going fast, just tootling along. See, that's the other thing when you want to go out for a ride out on your bike. You want to be able to stop somewhere and at least have a cup of coffee in a cafe or something like that. You know, inside the cafe, never mind outside the cafe, but you can't do that at the moment, and it's just not being good. It's not good, is it? It doesn't give you heart to go out, especially when it's dragged on for so long. Now I know, yes, we have to endure it because for the sake of the nation and the world. And by the way, I've had my jab, my COVID jab. Well, the first one anyway. I've had the Pfizer one. And I'm only 52. And I've had the jab already. But my doctors want to get everyone done as quickly as possible. They're on the ball, I'll give them that much. Has it made a difference then, putting this screen back on? Are you able to hear me without wind noise? I will get up. Oh, I'll tell you what I did. Now, as you know, I was using Shotcut. And don't get me wrong, it's an absolutely amazing program. And I still have it, and it has its benefits. But what I have done is I've gone back to using Windows Movie Maker. Now, you can't normally get it for Windows 10, but I managed to. Now, I got a download of it, and I've still got the exe file, so if anyone wants it, they can have it. I'll send it to them in an email. But it's the simplicity of Windows Movie Maker. It's just unbelievable, and it does not really affect your CPU usage. It's so light on the usage of everything, and it's so much faster to render and do this and that and the other because it's a simple program. And I can't understand for the life of me why they've stopped using it or making it. I mean, in Windows 10 you've got a video editor in the Photos app, but it's, for me, for what we want to do as motor vloggers, it's virtually bloody useless. It's no good. It's no good at all. But Windows Movie Maker is really good. And so I'm using that now, and this is what this will have been made on, using the video editing suite, Windows Movie Maker. It's a simple app, simple video editor. It really is, but it's got enough to get you by. And I mean, if you want to make major films and major documentaries, then yes, you could still make a very good documentary with it, and it does lack some of the things that you could use with like the likes of Shotcut has, or Cyberlink, but it doesn't. It does a job, and it does not use your CPU much. It's very light on its use, and it does not slow your computer down in the slightest. It's a bloody good thing. So yeah, I've gone back to using that. I just thought I'd let you know that, folks. I can't wait to actually get home and have a look at this, see if it has cut out the actual helmet view, because here now you normally can see the helmet in the top left hand of your screen, and if I can see it a little bit, then I'll probably just go back to the larger field of view. But at the end of the day, basically what it is we're talking, aren't we? We're having a bit of a chat. You can really see what I'm doing. You know where I'm going. You've been this way before on different occasions. There's no point seeing any more than what we're seeing. I've started using earplugs, folks. I really have. And there's a simple reason for it, because I was laid in bed one night. Now, we have what you call an attic room, but it was built like that when the house was built, so it's always been there. It's not just been added on to. But inside the loft, which we have a full-size door that goes into the loft, is the boiler, the combi boiler. Now, when someone's running the tap or anything, the boiler kicks in, blah, blah, blah. Now, one night I'd go into bed, and the heating was off and everything like that, and everyone was in bed, and I thought I heard the boiler was whirring away, and I said to my wife, I said, "Is that boiler on?" She said, "No." I said, "Well, I can hear it." She said, "Well, you must be woman hearing things," she said, "because I can't hear now." And it was actually a noise inside my ear that I could hear. It's like a constant noise. It wasn't a tone, it was just like a constant noise, like the sound of the boiler working in the background. And so I thought, that's because I do get tinnitus, which I do get a tone now and again. It doesn't last long, but I do get it. So I thought, riding the bike without earplugs is actually affecting my ears. And obviously I spent years in the army firing rifles and stuff like that, and I spent quite a number of years working with tools and, machinery such as still saws and things like that. And I think it's took its toll on me, and my ears are starting to get affected by it. So I've decided to bite the bullet and wear earplugs. Now I've got Sena earplugs, and I've got to say they are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It cuts out a lot of the wind noise. I can still hear myself perfectly clear. Now normally when I aren't wearing earplugs and I'm riding round about the 70 plus mark, I won't say how much more, but 70 plus mark, I can't hear much at all. Now I definitely couldn't hear if I had the radio on through my comms. I wouldn't be able to hear that, definitely not, because the wind noise swamps out any other noise and you can't hear nothing. But with these earplugs in, what a difference. I can actually hear the radio, I can hear all music clear as day, and I can even take phone calls at 70 plus mile an hour and have no issues whatsoever in understanding or hearing, because it's just clear. It's because of the design of these Sena earplugs. They're absolutely brilliant. So now I actually wear them all the time. It has made a difference. I didn't think I'd get used to them, because I've never been one for liking anything in my ears. Oh, you know, so, but no, they're brilliant. Highly recommend them. Make a massive difference, especially if you're taking phone calls and things like that, because of the design and the little thing that's inside them. Allows you to hear directly from the actual speakers in your red helmet. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it does cut out a hell of a lot of wind noise. Yeah, you can still hear a little bit of wind, but it's not deafening, or, you know, which is all good. So I'm trying to save my hearing, folks. Well, I'm in Saltburn. Nice slow ride. It's got, I'm not even done 25 mile an hour. I've been going waffling on. It's not very exciting for you, is it? I told you I could talk, didn't I? And by God, can I talk. It is really good to be back. I've actually missed it. I did lose a little heart in it, especially with not being able to go out, folks. You know, not being able to go nice places and being in lockdowns and worrying about getting fined if you were out and stuff like that. It does take its toll on you, this lockdown, and it's time it was over and done with. And hopefully Boris is pledged that this is irreversible now. We can't go back into a lockdown. Stays true. Which, personally speaking, I don't think we can afford as a country to go back into any kind of lockdown, because we're already in so much debt, and us as workers are going to be paying the ultimate price, as you all know. It's not good. So the wife finishes in 15 minutes. She's only back over there, but she finishes in 15 minutes, so I thought I'll stop here for 5 minutes down the bottom of the bank. Have a vape, because I'm trying to give up smoking again, and I will give up. I just, as and when I'm ready, I'll say, right, that's it. I'll reach that point, and I just stop, and I won't have another one. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say, folks. I've been Paul from Biking Live. Bye for now, folks. Bye.